this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a tie after an evenly matched battle a week ago. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. The yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Ball again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run.
Well, we'll set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk to his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, that game plan we put together, we might need to change it right now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 6-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And complete to Smith and Jigba. The numbers for him from a week ago, A boatload of catches, 72 yards and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Give them 18 on the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Option play, they'll give to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They run again with Walker. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Give to Walker on the read option. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New York set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass out wide to Hall. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll give to Hall. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Crocker over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here. And I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Jets, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Jets, first down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, New York.
Now back to throw. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually, man, that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. A little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on and 2.
Off the play fake. Crocker. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Crocker. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The Seahawks are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a first and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
The first down pass.
Here's second and 10.
For Kenneth Walker. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ball again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's Hall again. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Oh, that is incomplete. Now it's second and 10.
It's second down and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball 3, and it's 4th down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Crocker setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down. Crocker. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Back to throw. Crocker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
To number 83. A gain of 4.
He'll keep it himself. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Walker with another carry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. but he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now this time he'll look to throw. And a check down complete to Hall. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Jets.
On the draw, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
And 10 yards.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Crocker. A rifles one that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 9, second and about a yard. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll run with Hall. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
4th down and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence.
And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Taking it about the 16. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Garrett Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the LA Chargers. And this is the Saints quarterback. He had a nose for the end zone in this one. Here's one of his 3 rushing touchdowns in the ballgame. The Saints are getting hot. It's a 3rd straight win, and they take this one in style. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Texans wideout. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Texans had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags hosting the Washington Commanders. And here is the running back. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Commanders get back to 500 at 2-2 with the road win. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
See what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Jets first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a give to Hall. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. On the Seahawks 40.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jets first
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff for Hall. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Crocker. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off play action. Crocker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Crocker. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. On third down, here's Walker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. In motion is Bo. Now back to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
It's now third down and 9 yards.
From the gun on third down, Crocker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 6.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Gets around him. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Now a run with Walker. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun. Crocker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Breece Hall, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
22.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Second and 3. On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And the slot man goes in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review with that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 26 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put it into their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Fighting off the defender. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
From the contact.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And he's got it inside the 10.
24 yards. That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
This is Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Give to Walker on the read option. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Crocker. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wilson's got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Crocker. And he completes it to Wilson. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, Walker. The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here. 3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Crocker. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Crocker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Garrett Wilson from 4 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jets offense and their wideout getting set to go once more.
And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Here's a slant, and he's got it to Ward. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 2.
He'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
First down, New York.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
23 yards.
They'll look to throw again. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
12 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
He'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Well, 193 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Crocker. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball again on 2nd down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this